in the mountains of northern Japan, where the fog moves like a living spirit and the air tastes of pine and cold stone, there lived an old monk named Ryōshin. People traveled for days to sit with him, not because he spoke often, he didn't, but because his presence alone made the loudest minds fall silent. One winter morning, a young warrior named Kaidan climbed the snow-covered path to the monastery. His heart was heavy, pulsing with anger no sword could cut. He bowed before the monk and whispered, "Master, I fear the storm inside me more than any enemy." Ryōshin opened his eyes, slow and deliberate. "Then let us speak of storms," he said. What follows is the story he told, a story that has shaped warriors, monks, emperors, and everyday people for centuries. A story that combines the ancient teachings of the samurai with what neuroscience only recently proved. A story that reveals how to become the calmest, most unshakable version of yourself. Ryōshin began, "Each of us carries a demon, not a creature of shadow, but the emotion that controls us. Anger, fear, pride, reactiveness. Anger is not power. It is a puppet string, and when someone pulls it, you dance. Every time you explode, you announce to the world how easily you can be controlled." Kaidan looked down, ashamed. Ryōshin continued, "A man who becomes his anger loses the battle before it begins." This aligns with neuroscience. When rage or fear takes over, the amygdala hijacks your mind. The prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for clarity and strategy, shuts down. Emotional storms narrow your thinking, tighten your muscles, and fill your bloodstream with stress hormones. Musashi understood this centuries before brain scans existed. He knew the most dangerous person in any confrontation isn't the loudest, but the calmest. Ryōshin lifted a handful of snow and let it melt slowly in his palm. "When a storm rises, step outside it," he said. "The ability to notice your emotions without becoming them. I am feeling anger," instead of "I am angry." This tiny shift activates the rational brain and calms the emotional centers. Ryōshin taught Kaidan a simple practice. When your heart flames, whisper inside, "I notice the fire." Do not feed it. Modern neuroscience calls this affect labeling. Samurai called it emptiness. Both discovered the same truth. When you step outside the storm weakens. The monk then drew a circle in the snow. "Conflict always follows patterns," he said. "People move like rivers, predictable if you learn to look." This mirrors Musashi's second principle. Anticipatory awareness, foreseeing likely reactions before they happen. Just as Musashi studied opponents, carved longer wooden swords, and arrived late to unbalance his rival, you can predict emotional currents long before they crash into you. Ryōshin gave Kaidan another exercise. Before speaking with someone who challenges you, ask yourself, what do they feel? What do they fear? What do they want? Like a chess master reading the board of emotions. They walked to a frozen pond. Ryōshin inhaled deeply, his breath slow as drifting mist. "Your breath is the handle of the mind," he said. When breathing becomes shallow and frantic, the sympathetic nervous system, fear, anger, panic, takes control. But slow, extended exhalations activate the parasympathetic system, the body's natural calm. Musashi used a precise pattern: in for 4, out for 6. Ryōshin taught Kaidan a similar method. Breathe in through your nose, slow, hold, then release longer than you inhale. This is how fire becomes light. Navy SEALs, monks, and samurai all used variations of this. Modern science confirms its power. Later, Ryōshin asked, Why do you wish to master anger? Kaidan hesitated. To win, he said. The monk shook his head. Then you will lose. Purpose, clear, unwavering purpose, is Musashi's fourth principle. When emotions guide you, you play by someone else's script. But when purpose guides you, you write the script yourself. Your sources emphasize defining your objective in one sentence, before any confrontation. This becomes the anchor that keeps your mind steady when emotions rise. Ryōshin said, "A warrior without purpose is a sword without a hand." Kaidan spent days in the monastery, practicing silence, stillness, breath. And every day, Ryōshin reminded him, stillness is not the absence of energy. It is the mastery of it. Musashi knew this intuitively. He trained his mind like a blade, removing excess, removing fear, removing ego. Ryōshin told Kaidan, "The mind becomes what it practices. Practice storms, become storms. Practice stillness, become unbreakable." 7. The ego, the true enemy. One evening, as candles flickered, Kaidan admitted, "Master, I fear disrespect most of all." Ryōshin smiled sadly. "Then fear your own ego. Your scripts say it clearly. People don't get angry because the world is cruel. They get angry when their image is threatened. Ego is a fragile mask." Musashi burned his. He wore simple clothes, avoided fame, slept outdoors, and walked like a ghost through the world. Ryōshin said, "A man with nothing to prove cannot be provoked." When you release ego, insults become noise, criticism becomes information, and rejection becomes irrelevant. 8. Strategic silence. Let the world reveal itself. Ryōshin instructed Kaidan to speak less, to answer only after silently counting 3 breaths. When you wait 3 full seconds before responding, people reveal more, lose composure, or rethink what they said. This strategic silence creates psychological weight and makes every word land like a strike from a sword. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is pressure. One day, a villager arrived furious about a dispute. He shouted, pounded his fists, and cursed the monastery. Ryōshin remained still, his voice soft. With each calm breath he took, the villager's aggression softened, redirecting emotional energy instead of absorbing it. Calmness disrupts the emotional rhythm of others. Their anger expects resistance. When none comes, they fall into confusion, and clarity returns. Ryōshin whispered, "Master yourself, and you master those who confront you." Kaidan noticed that the monk slept little, ate simply, and walked barefoot on cold stone. This matched Musashi's training. He embraced discomfort because comfort softens the mind and makes it reactive. Ryōshin explained, "If you cannot endure cold water, how will you endure a heated moment?" He instructed Kaidan to choose one comfort each week and remove it, not to suffer, but to sharpen. When Kaidan finally descended the mountain, he passed through villages filled with disputes, gossip, and noise, but none of it touched him. When someone tried to provoke him, he breathed. When someone insulted him, he observed. When someone shouted, he remained silent. And with every step, the storm inside him grew weaker, quieter, until finally it vanished. Not because he fought it, but because he understood it. The monk's final message echoed in his mind. The calmest man is the most dangerous, not because he seeks the fight, but because no fight can touch him.